This is Pet Simulator, the game that once shattered Roblox records with millions of players, only to become one of the most controversial disasters in the platform's history. From breaking the player counts to breaking players' trust, Pet Simulator went from the biggest Roblox game to being the main reason why Roblox is getting investigated for child gambling. Now, how did we get here? Well, first we have to take it back, and I mean way back, to April 2018. Preston released Pet Simulator with his prior knowledge to developing from his older games like Limited Tycoon, Giant Survival, and others. It instantly became a massive success for its step up in quality compared to other games at the time. The game had over 50,000 active players, and that was a lot back in the day. 50,000 players on release is like 1 million players nowadays. But Pet Simulator continued to update their game, updating the game over 20 times with a bunch of unique updates that kept the game alive. Also, the game won multiple plushie awards before being discontinued. A couple years later, Pet Simulator 2 released. Every single player that played the original went to Pet Simulator 2 and then realized the game was like, they couldn't even access normal features that they could have accessed in older games. For example, trading was unlocked with VIP, and not just regular VIP. VIP was a subscription. So the game was incredibly pay to win in some aspects and incredibly free to play in other aspects. Also, the quality of the game kept players away from playing the game. It was more of a game where you play the game and then stop playing it and never play it again. And then Pet Simulator X released. Everyone enjoyed the game. It was extremely good quality wise. The replayability of it was so good, and it honestly felt like nothing could go wrong until it did. The game was a little bit more on the pay to win side, including a bunch of game passes and a bunch of overpowered pets that you could buy for Robux. Honestly, it wasn't as out of hand as it was about to be. On December 24th, 2021, they released the first ever exclusive egg. But there was a problem. The exclusive egg had question mark odds on the rarest pet, and that is not allowed in the TOS of Roblox. You need the odds to be specifically stated on the pet, but it wasn't. There was only 3 question marks, and people were guessing on how hard it was to get. People were spending hundreds of thousands Robux trying to get this pet, and they ended up failing. But then finally Pet Simulator put the odds out because they realized they were breaking Roblox TOS. Hopefully nothing bad happens again. November 18th, 2021, Pet Simulator released NFTs, and it was a complete disaster. I'm pretty sure everyone and their mom knows about the NFT incident. Basically, big game set 10 pets on auction, and you could go ahead and bid on them with real life money in cryptocurrency. This was during the NFT craze. Everyone was disappointed in Pet Simulator. People were rioting for it to get banned, but then Preston had the genius idea of completely cancelling the NFTs. People got their pets and people got refunded. Man, how much drama can big games get into? Pet Simulator relatively had no more scandals until November 10th, 2022. Well, actually there were a few, but we'll get on them a little later. The huge blue balloon cat released, and it costed a whopping arm and a leg to get one, and you also had a 1% chance of getting a rainbow version of the pet. Everyone was furious that this release. The price of it was honestly insane, and nobody was gonna buy it until every single rich person bought it. This was a genius monetization method, but honestly the players were very disappointed. On February 6th, 2023, Big Games released the first teaser for the Titanic pet plushies. Everyone was very confused. Why was the price $350? Is this some sort of typo? Apparently it wasn't, and the price was going to be set at $350. Everyone was furious. Such a price for a Titanic pet in a game, along with a $5 plushie. It was absolutely not worth it for the players. YouTubers were making videos hating on big games. Everyone disliked this so much to the point that they dropped the prices from $350 to $250. Still a outrageous price for a pet in a game. Pet Simulator released a diamond update where they included the diamond mines, but to get to the best area in the diamond mines you had to sacrifice one of the rarest pets in the game, a huge pet, and players were absolutely mad because they did not want to sacrifice their most expensive and valuable pet just to unlock a new area. Eventually they went ahead and buffed the update, buffed it so much that they went ahead and ruined the entire game's economy, and this is where the iconic screenshot came from. Preston went ahead and tweeted out, "How come free-to-play players are the most entitled?" This is a iconic screenshot in Preston's entire career. This is probably the most iconic screenshot in the Pet Simulator community, period. Towards the ending of Pet Simulator X, Big Game started suing a bunch of people. They started DMCAing random Roblox games that included similar pets. They even struck down a miner's game. He had absolutely no way of appealing the strikes, and his game was just off of Roblox because Big Games wanted, I don't even know what they wanted, just to make their ego bigger, I'm guessing. They even went ahead and strike their leaks account. Pet Simulator Leaks was taken down completely from Twitter. Well, not completely. They got sent a cease and desist, and later on just completely stopped posting anything because who wants to get sued? And nobody knew what to expect from any Pet Simulator updates going forward. And that's why the hype for the newer updates go way lower and lower. The first Pet Simulator 99 controversy came out and it was absolutely vivid. Exploiters found a glitch on how to get unlimited huge pets in the game, and once they reported this bug to developers, they got 1 of 1 rainbow shiny Titanic pets. The players were disappointed in the game. Players have spent thousands of dollars to get the rarest pets in the game, and all it took was a exploiter to report a bug to get the rarest pets in the game, only 1 existing, and 4 of them got these pets. So they completely ruined the economy of their game, and players were no longer buying their plushies or anything at all. This started extreme controversy through Twitter, YouTube. People were making videos on it, people were tweeting every day. People even started burning their plushies, and yes, people really burned their plushies over this. I would honestly too if I knew my plushie was worth nothing because an exploiter just reported a bug and got the best pets in the game. People were calling it out, and people even got unpartnered from the game for calling it out. June 2024, Pet Simulator released their newest gambling mechanic, the Forever Pack, which you spend Robux on and then you get a couple of free things, and then you have to spend even more Robux on the Forever Pack to get better and better stuff. But there was a flaw in the system. If you created a new account and spent Robux on the Forever Pack, you would get much more than you would get if you were playing on your main account. That is because they were using a method used by casinos. If you give newer players better luck, you will hook them to gambling, and that is simply a known fact. So what Pet Simulator was doing was increasing the odds of players getting way better stuff if they were newer to the game, and players that have already played the game were getting extremely garbage stuff. This is literally something called Gambler's Theory, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested. There are other stuff that I have not covered, like the corruption of Pet Simulator, the extreme lengths they go to silence people, and the extremely weird stuff that goes on in their chats. But I think that's better on for a other video because I want to keep this video a little more PG. Now, in 2025, Pet Simulator is estimated to have a 90% player count of bots playing their game at all times. That means 90% of the player count you see all the time that Pet Simulator has is just bots. And what the bots do is they get the rare pets from grinding 24/7 and then they go ahead and black market sell them for United States dollars and such. Honestly, this was a thing for a long time, but it's gotten way worse as Roblox has gotten older. But anyways, that was the controversial rise and fall of Pet Simulator. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and like the video if you're still watching to the end. This video is not meant to spread hate to anyone, it is only for educational purposes. Bye.